Eat your snacks, because this is what it is. You know what this is right here? All these little things right here in this bag is considered death, Lindsay, and you're killing yourself with this bull.
Tara cannot even walk a few feet without feeling all the weight of her body pressing down on her knees like a death sentence. Every step feels like a punishment. She's exhausted, physically, emotionally, spiritually. She hates what her life has become, but she can't stop. And you have to ask, how did it get this bad? How does a person let it all spiral until they can barely move?
I mean, it's not a cheeseburger, but yeah, it is really good.
This is so hard. If I'm gonna stick to the calorie limit I'm trying to stay at, then that's the last bit of food I can have today.
This is brutal to watch. Tara knows she's addicted to food. She says it like a confession, but it doesn't change a thing. Knowing you're in chains doesn't set you free. She's got a whole stash of snacks right by her bed, her little treasure chest of self-destruction. It's not just sad, it's scary, because she's not eating for hunger, she's eating for comfort, and the comfort is killing her.
He's never understood my struggle, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. Paul, ready?
This looks nice.
You like
Are you
it?
freaking kidding me? The Italian stuff?
Her trauma didn't just hurt her, it rewired her. Food became the drug, the friend, the bandage. Now it's not just her body in crisis, it's her mind. This isn't about willpower anymore. This is about survival. Her mom is trying to hold everything together, but you can see the strain. You can hear it in her voice. This isn't one woman suffering. It's a whole household collapsing under the weight.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it not being a crutch. And if you think about it, I consumed anywhere between 7,000 to...
But Tara isn't clueless. She knows the clock is ticking. Her knees are screaming. Her organs are drowning in fat. And her kids are watching their mother slowly fade away. That's why she's going to doctor. Now she knows what's at stake. The only question now is whether she's already too far gone for help. Dr. Now doesn't waste time.
Your eating habit and you stick with the program, then I'll approve you for weight loss surgery.
Okay. Okay.
And the other thing you're gonna need to do if we move ahead with you is move down to Houston for at least a year.
One look at Tara and he gets it, but then he looks at the mom and everything makes sense. This woman has been enabling Tara's addiction like it's her job. Out of love? Out of guilt? Who knows? But Dr. Now isn't having it. He sits her down, and you can feel the tension in the air. Because now it's not just Tara under the microscope, it's the whole family dynamic. The mission is clear.
Whenever you felt like it. So if you still feel like eating whatever, whenever, you're gonna be 600 pounds like you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is totally a...
Lose 20 pounds. That's it. 20 pounds to prove she still has fight left. 20 pounds to show she wants to be here in 5 years. But can she do it? Or is this just another empty promise to herself and her kids? We've seen people crumble at this stage. We've also seen miracles.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Hi, Lindsay. I'm Dr. Now.
Hi.
I'm glad you made it here. So tell me, where are you coming from?
We're coming from Iowa.
This is it. The turning point. Tara has one job now. Fight back. Kick the addiction. Get moving. And save her own life. But change is hard, especially when food has been your only constant. Can she really break the cycle? Or will she fall right back into it the moment the cravings hit? Against all odds, she puts in the work.
Still 6 hours away, but my appointment is in a little over 7 hours.
All right.
Here goes nothing.
Let's do it.
So we're not gonna have much time to stop.
Day after day, she forces her body to cooperate, and it pays off. She sheds enough weight to qualify for surgery. But just when you think things are turning around, reality hits. Dr. Now is worried. The surgery might not go well. That's how fragile her body is. Even success feels like a gamble now.
I would like a jumbo tenderloin with everything on it, onion rings, and then what do you want?
I will take a spicy chicken sandwich.
And then another curveball. Tara's C-section from years ago left scar tissue so bad that Dr. Now can't even do the bypass. That could have been the end of the road, but he improvises, switches to a sleeve gastrectomy. It's riskier, it's messier, but it works. She survives. Somehow she survives.
Your weight affects everything. I'm huge. Forget that I'm just overweight, but I look like a monster.
It's upside down. Her kids are practically parenting her, getting her food, helping her move, watching her struggle day in and day out. That's not childhood, that's caretaking. And you can see the resentment building. They love her, sure, but they're tired. No kid wants to play nurse. No parent wants to feel like dead weight.
I would have to put lotion on her legs and put her socks and shoes on. Kind of feels like she's handicapped. I do feel like I do more than a teenager should be doing.
Paula isn't clueless. She knows her size isn't just hurting her, it's hurting her kids too. School can be brutal, and she knows those kids are getting laughed at because of her. That shame eats at her. But then she turns around and eats anyway, because food comforts her more than reality ever has. And that's the trap. Food is Paula's escape.
It makes me happy to eat.
I don't just like food. I love food. I have a relationship with food.
When it tastes good, you get this feeling that it's just...
When the world gets too loud, she hides in the fridge. That's her peace, her therapy, her everything. But that peace is poison. If she wants to watch her kids grow up, she has to walk away from the one thing that calms her down. And it gets worse, because food isn't the only pain Paula carries.
We're old together. You don't expect your husband's gonna die at 33.
This is my husband. This is him. This is Alan. He had his own struggles with his weight.
Paula watched her husband die from obesity. She saw it unfold, the suffering, the silence, the slow fade. Now she's staring down the same path, and she knows her kids are next in line for that grief. That's why she goes to doctor. Now it's not just about weight, it's about breaking the curse. But talk is cheap. Can she do it?
I'm embarrassed by my weight.
So what seems to be your challenges to lose weight?
Not eating and then eating late is probably most of it. And then I'm sure I like carbs.
Dr. Now has seen this move before. Patients with all the right words. They know every fact, every warning, every consequence, but they don't change. They think knowing is enough. He doesn't buy it. So he gives her a test, one simple task, to prove her words aren't empty.
To implement those life changes before surgery. So we're going to change your eating habit now, and we're going to see if that will work for you. You have to lose.
She talks the talk, right? Then it's time to walk. Dr. Now throws it back at her. Lose the weight. Prove you're serious. No excuses, no drama, just results. If you know what needs to be done, do it. But will she? That's where most people fall.
That's not good.
I thought the number would be lower. It's a real shock to see the weight gain.
Exactly. I know my legs are filled up with fluid right now. And because I was moving here, we've not...
Exactly as expected. Paula has an eating disorder, plain and simple. And Dr. Now calls it out. Surgery? Not yet. First, she has to face the monster head on. She has to fight for it. Because this isn't about slicing fat. It's about slicing through years of emotional baggage.
Paula knows what to do, but she's making excuses. This is very important that you understand the limitation of surgery. Unless you change your frame of mind.
Now she knows. She knows the weight won't just walk off. She knows there's no shortcut. Either she claws her way out of the hole, or she stays in it and waits to die like her husband did. Will she rise, or will she crumble? That's the moment we're all holding our breath for.
Schedule for next week or so. Until then, you need to go ahead and make sure that you follow your diet. I'm hoping you'll lose another 15, 20 pounds.
That's great.
And she did it. Paula pulled it off. She dropped the weight, changed the script, and gave her kids a shot at a mom who can actually be there. It wasn't easy. It was war. But she fought, and she won. Now she gets to live, and for once, she's not just surviving, she's finally living.
I can't get up. I can't walk. I'm trapped. I've got... my weight.
This must be humiliating. Marla has 3 grown kids, and all 3 are stuck wiping her sweat, pushing her wheelchair, lifting her legs. She's not their mom anymore. She's their responsibility, and she knows it. You can see the shame on her face. Now she's finally agreed to see doctor. Now. But even the trip itself could break her. It's that bad.
All right, Mama. This is a whole new world for me.
Mom, you gonna have one of the kids with you in the back. Okay.
I'm really concerned.
Marla isn't stupid. She knows she's on the edge. This isn't about looking good or fitting into old jeans. It's about breathing tomorrow. If Dr. Now can't save her, that's it. Game over. And she knows it. But does she really understand what it takes to turn this around? Because survival means pain, work, and letting go of every excuse she's ever made.
That she will survive next 24 hours. This is a very dangerous situation. She is at the end of her life if we cannot do anything. Yeah, this is Dr. Nazardan. Who is this?
Let's be real. She might actually die. Lying in that bed for years turned her muscles into mush. Just getting to the hospital nearly killed her. And now, she's gotten worse. That's what people forget. When your body's that broken, even movement can be fatal. Every step forward feels like a punch to the chest, and she hasn't even started the hard part yet.
And prevent it from happening again. If another clot dislodges and go to her lung, she won't be able to survive it a second time.
Dr. Now has already saved her once, emergency surgery just to keep her heart going. But now it's time for the real battle, gastric bypass. And she can't get that unless she sheds more pounds. He's not giving her a free pass. If she wants the next shot at life, she has to earn it. And she hasn't proven she can.
I'm walking as soon as possible. This is gonna be a very drastic change for her. We'll see how she does. Marla is lucky she's in hospital right now. She was months.
What does Marla do after almost dying? She skips physical therapy, doesn't try to walk, doesn't even pretend. It's like she forgot what almost killed her last time. Dr. Now is waiting for her to show some fight. But right now, she's just laying there, stuck. No movement, no effort, no results.
Alrighty, so we're gonna need to do physical therapy. Are you ready for us? No.
Is that a yes or no? Not yet. Not yet. They need to understand that it has to happen in my...
Dr. Now says it plain, get up and move. But for Marla, that's like telling her to fly. She's been in that bed for years, and her mind has caged her just as much as her weight. She says she can't walk, but what she really means is she won't. And Dr. Now, he's not buying it.
We still didn't stand. We're gonna try to stand, he said, Sunday.
What seems to be issue with standing up?
The pain.
What's gonna happen Sunday with your pain?
I don't know, a miracle.
Okay.
This is the moment. Dr. Now decides to go ahead with the surgery anyway, even though she hasn't changed anything. Why? Because he's terrified she'll die before she ever starts trying. That's how close she is to the edge. He's betting on the surgery to spark something. But what if it doesn't? What if it's just another thing she wastes?
There you go. Okay.
Very good.
The last time I saw my mom walk was a year ago. I'm really glad my mom is at least trying today.
And here we are. Same bed, same excuses, same silence. Marla won't get up, won't change. She's made her choice. Dr. Now is done. He gave her everything, and she gave nothing back. No more pep talks, no more chances. If she wants to rot in that bed, that's on her now.
I'm embarrassed of my body. I don't want anybody to see it. I mean, I look completely different than anybody else.
This is a horrible life for Charity. She can barely even stand on her own 2 feet. Basic things, bathing, dressing, walking, are now impossible. Her family stares at her like she's some sideshow. Her daughter? She's not just tired, she's done. Watching your mom fall apart like this can break anyone.
I never used to take her weight seriously until a couple months ago when I actually saw how much pain she's in.
You get the hand out.
It makes me worry about her. I just want her to be healthy so she can be around.
Charity makes me happy and I love being around her.
Charity knows she's living on borrowed time. She can't keep hiding from it anymore. So she makes the call, packs her shame, her desperation, and heads to Houston. Because if Dr. Now doesn't help her, who will? What does he even see when she walks in? A woman? Or a walking emergency?
How you feel?
I feel okay.
Let me take a look at your stomach. Any pain or discomfort in here? Tell me about your eating habits.
Dr. Now wastes no time. Charity's got open sores that are getting worse. That's how close she is to being completely bedbound. And once that happens, recovery is a fantasy. But first, she needs to get weighed. And let's be honest, the scale is going to be brutal.
That the other side. All right, 778. Okay. Charity is almost 800 pounds. If I send her home, I'm concerned this may be the last time I see her.
Now it's time for the commandments of weight loss. No fast food, no junk, no outside meals. Dr. Now makes it clear, this is war. But Charity has known food her whole life. It's been comfort, it's been escape. Can she really cut ties now that her life depends on it?
And we're going in the right direction now, but we have been making choices for her for the last month. Long-term success is far more likely for a patient who...
Back home, the journey begins, and it's rough. The fridge is full, the cravings don't stop, and old habits don't die easy. But Charity knows what's at stake. One slip, and it's over. One cheat meal, and all that progress evaporates. Will she fight, or will she fold?
I was hoping to have lost more. I don't know if this means I'm done and the doctor can't help me.
How are you today?
Depressed.
Well, why are you depressed?
Because my weight is up to 709.
You didn't lose the amount of weight I want you to.
18 pounds down. That's enough to impress Dr. Now. He finally believes she's serious, so he approves her for surgery, but not without warning. Her size makes it risky. Her heart might not handle it. One wrong move, and it's game over. But she signs up anyway.
These patients are heavy, and they got a lot of pressure on the cardiovascular system. Sometimes it's very difficult to breathe for them after you put them to sleep, but it's not as high at risk as not doing any procedure on her. Now we're gonna see if we can get into the abdominal cavity.
The surgery went well, miraculously. Charity pulled through. But this isn't the end. Now she has to stay the course, eat right, move more, fight harder. Will she push through the fatigue, the cravings, the self-doubt, or fall right back where she started?
I'm so excited to hear what the doctor's gonna say.
How y'all doing? Charity, your weight is down enough for us to do your skin surgery. So I'm gonna approve you, and we're gonna schedule you for next month. This surgery will help Charity a lot.
She did it. She stuck with it, lost enough weight to finally get skin surgery and treat those raw, painful sores. The road was hell, but she crawled out of it. It wasn't pretty, but real change never is. Charity proved she could fight, and this time, she won.
That normal people take for granted, like walking to the bathroom. This is my bed, this is my bathroom, this is my dinner table.
Despite having a fully functioning body underneath all that weight, Penny now lives like someone with a severe disability. She can't dress herself, can't bathe alone, can't move from the bed without help. Her husband has stopped being a partner, he's now her nurse. The love is buried under resentment, routine, and sheer exhaustion. And deep down, they both know it.
Been many years now since we've actually slept in the same bed.
Right there hurts.
Right now, I'm her full-time caregiver, so I can't go out and earn money. We're just living on her disability.
Penny isn't just stuck, she's circling the drain. Her health is on the line, and her husband knows exactly how close she is to dying. He's terrified, but also burned out. She has one shot at saving her life, and it's Doctor. Now, but will she listen? Will she even try? Or is she just going to keep eating herself into the grave?
Hey.
You glad you're here now?
I have to tell you, Doctor, when you and I spoke, you ended the call with, "I'm gonna help you." And that meant everything to me. Those words gave me the strength to come.
Dr. Now has seen a lot, but Penny's case? It's a minefield. She can't walk, can't stand, and worse, there's something off here, something deeper. Dr. Now is starting to think this isn't just about food. There's manipulation, control, and maybe even denial at play. And it's making everything harder.
Here's 85.7. That's very big. Let me check a couple things on you, okay? Can you move your feet for me?
Well, yes and no.
He knew it would be rough. That's why he locked her in the hospital with no access to junk food, no enablers, just medical staff and a controlled diet. It was her only chance. But Penny? She's fighting the hospital staff, nitpicking meals and acting like she's being punished. The results? You can guess.
Absolutely missing a role.
Penny done very well. She lost 40 pounds in her own. She still has a lot of issues, but now she's proven she can lose weight. She needs to be able to walk.
To her credit, Penny did fight. She dropped some weight, But the surgery was never the endgame. The real battle is afterward. Can she stop the cravings? Can she stop lying to herself? Because if she goes back to the same food habits, the weight will be back. And this time, it'll kill her faster.
Surgery that I'm gambling with time now to get time later, but I have to do whatever it takes. What's mommy giving you when I come back? One of these, right?
Yep.
I love you now. I want Ed to be just my husband and no longer my caretaker.
Dr. Now expected basic logic. Surgery plus discipline equals a better life. But Penny had her own fantasy formula. Surgery plus sitting in bed eating the same way magically equals weight loss. She thought just being cut open was enough. But Dr. Now doesn't deal in fantasies. He deals in reality, and Penny's is crumbling fast.
She does have a diet, bariatric soft, 100 calories.
What is it?
Bariatric soft diet, 12.
Why am I on a soft diet?
Orders that he
needs to get his poop in a group or else I'm gonna order some.
It's not just about food anymore. Penny has a wall in her mind. Thick, tall, and built over years of excuses. She won't climb it, she won't break it, and after a while, she just stops trying. She taps out of the whole journey, not with a scream, but with silence and lies.
Oh, you don't want to get that low.
Really, your belly doesn't look like you have lost anything.
Oh my God, I used to wad like this to take my needles and now it's this.
Penny's not really making the changes that...
By the end, the truth is ugly. Penny lied to everyone. Her husband, doctor, now the cameras, even herself. She's still in that bed, still living like a ghost, and still blaming the world for a life she refuses to change. Sometimes the show ends with a miracle, not this time.
Being overweight for so many years, it's depressing. My knees are just ache, joints like they just grinding. Try not to move about as much as I can. I just get out of breath.
You can't really get his pain unless you've lived it. He's not just big, he's trapped in his own body. Every move hurts, every breath is a task. He feels useless, like dead weight in his own home. And the worst part? He doesn't even believe he's worth saving anymore.
And that's when I got so concerned. James wasn't overweight as a baby. He was kind of skinny or...
The pain got so bad, James once asked his own mother to shoot him, not out of anger, out of mercy. He wanted her to put him down like an injured dog. Just imagine how low you have to be to say something like that to your mother. That's beyond hopeless. That's devastation.
He started gaining a little bit. He went from a slim to a size 12 husky, just almost overnight.
In middle school, I guess I was probably about 200. And then when I was probably about 16, I was about...
Looking at his lifestyle, it adds up. James worked from home, barely moved, and sank into comfort eating. The pounds piled on while he stayed glued to his chair, and now he's drowning in his own body. He knows he can't do it alone, so he calls Doctor. Now, the last card in his deck.
We're gonna go right this way.
I thought it'd be a whole lot less.
Hello.
Hello.
James, I'm Dr. Sarden.
James.
Nice to meet you, Doctor. I'm Maggie. I'm his brother.
Dr. Now has seen this story before. His father died from obesity, and now he is headed straight down that same road. What's the link? His mother. She's the one keeping him fed, enabling the spiral. Dr. Now doesn't sugarcoat it. He calls it exactly how it is. Enabling kills.
James is not going to be able to survive much longer at this way. Things have to change. They have to change now. But he's over 700 pounds. He's very high risk for surgery.
James hears all of it, and now the pressure's on. He's got to make a choice. Keep living like this and slowly die, or start doing the hard, ugly work of losing weight. He no longer has time to waste. No more excuses. No more pity. It's time to see what he's really made of.
Mom alone, because I know it'd be hard on her. And I don't want to end up like my sister and my father. And I don't really think that she could make it to another one, so I have to do it.
And he steps up. He grinds, cuts the weight, pushes through the pain, and it pays off. James becomes eligible for weight loss surgery. It's a second chance, a shot at freedom. The only question now is, will the surgery go smoothly, or will his body betray him again?
I hope it's as much as I need for the doctor to do my surgery. Oh my gosh.
So, James, you seem like you tried to make some changes.
Yes, sir.
Super. I'm encouraged by how much weight James lost last month.
Success. He gets the bypass, and for the first time in years, he's looking forward. You can see the change in him. He's smiling again. And guess what? He even has a girl over. That's how you know he's starting to feel alive. Things are finally shifting.
So when do you think you're gonna get out? Have they told you?
Not yet. I met this gal online, and we've been talking for a while, and I think things going well between me and her.
James got a new lease on life. He's moving more, eating less, and even opening up to love again. That's something he couldn't imagine just months ago. The road ahead won't be easy, but now he knows he can walk it, and he doesn't have to walk it alone.